Okay, hello and welcome to FTRL Formal Performance for Season 4, Round 1 here at Australia. Today I'm joined once again by Zach in the comms box. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so looking at the drivers, last week in the preseason we saw Oxy win and Aaron Taylor took second place. They were in the Alfa Romeo and Toro Rosso respectively. Now both of them are in the Williams, so that's going to be interesting to see how they fare with that car, which even the best of people usually are not great with because it's just that kind of car, I guess. So be interesting to see where they can place themselves. But yeah, have been a few people moving since preseason. I can't really pinpoint all of them. I think Guicarp was in Mercedes last week, wasn't he?
Yes. So Mercedes now is Agent Panda and Junkie Sport. Who I think Junkie Sport was in it last week. I think.
Yeah, Junkie Sport was in Mercedes last week, and he stayed there for this week. So um, yeah, I don't have any engine sound once again. Surprise, surprise. Do I have another invite actually? Yeah, I have a few. If I leave and rejoin, um, I might get engine sound. So
You
I'm
want
gonna
to get
try
one?
that. I'm gonna exit. I have another invite, so that's fine. And then hopefully I get engine sound then.
Well, most people are out quite early. Though, oh, and there's already someone round. Who's that? Oh, Agent Pandas just went into the wall. Oh dear. So, and T Smith, what's happened there? They're at different areas. Oh. It's not been the best start to qualifying for most people. Oh, and someone else is running sector 3.
Okay, I'm just loading back in now. And
You've
then
missed
hopefully
3
I get
spins already.
engine sound.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah. So early times in the session then. Koikarp
Go on.
there,
Oh,
just before I said that,
and
he sets a 22.5 in the Ferrari as he goes
there's
up
someone
onto
else
the
off.
gravel.
Checking guys off on the side of turn 1. Guys in the gravel at turn 1, turn 2. What is going on? I've seen about 5 spins already. It's only been
Hmm.
5 minutes. Oh, that's
So,
not a good sign.
yeah, currently it's Jesper on pole as he gets out of the way for, I think that's Chicken Guy, it might be. Or Andy? No, it's Chicken Guy. It is. So yeah, Jesper is on pole in the early stages. Of course, those times are going to improve over the course of this session. Um, Goikarp is in second with Cat in third. COE Andy is in fourth on the medium, so it looks like a pretty good time from him. Although we'll see how that fares. Not everyone has set a time yet. 6 people yet to set a time. Then Flying Frome and Raver's Revenge in fifth and sixth respectively, both in the softs. Pagani in seventh on the mediums, Chicken Guy in eighth on the hards, although I don't think that lap's going to hold up after everyone sets their laps. Onto the podium in ninth on the softs, looks like a banker. Actually thinking about it, most of these times probably are. And then there was someone else there who set a lap, I didn't see who it was. I think it was Panda who went seventh. So, yeah.
Yeah, Panda's done 2 laps. I don't know if he did 2 laps back to back or if he just recharged, but I'm not sure. Doesn't seem like there's enough time for him to recharge. I don't know if he just went and did 2 laps back to back.
Yeah, it looks
But
like most people have come in from their first lap. There's COE Andy also coming back in. Um, yeah, everyone's kind of went out and came back in at the same
yeah,
time. So,
Junkie Sport's on a lap at the moment. He's just coming to the end of sector 1 shortly. So keep an eye on his time. Oh, never mind. He just went very, very wide. that's kind of ruined that first sector.
Yeah, I'm on
Very
pole
wide.
position.
Arno's just coming out, but he's got a bolt this race, so I wouldn't expect much from Aaron and Noxie, unless they are very quick. The Williams is, as I think everybody knows watching the stream, is very, very bad.
Yeah, currently on board with Junkie Sport. He's obviously in the Mercedes, so he most likely will be challenging for this pole position. Coming through the final couple of corners, it's looked like a pretty tidy lap so far. It doesn't look to have backed off for any reason. A little bit wide there in the hairpin. Now around the final corner, coming up to the line, we'll see what he does.
Maybe 7th, maybe about 8th.
Oh,
Yeah.
1 place off. That was close.
Not bad. So, I know we'll get 10 minutes left, but who's your bet for pole?
That is a good question, because if it was, if Oxy was still in a good car, or a decent car, I would have said Oxy again. But
Yeah.
obviously him being in the Williams, I doubt he's going to get pole once again.
Yeah.
I think Flying From could be up there.
Yeah,
I think
I'm definitely thinking that as well.
Raver's Revenge as well. He's in the Force India. Seems like a pretty competitive car as well.
T-Smith might be quite wide. Oh, Agent Pandas just went into the wall, unless I've just lagged there, but I think he did. Oh, I think I'm just lagging a bit watching Agent Panda, never mind. T-Smith, he's... Oh,
Speaking of T. Smith, he goes third.
Yeah, I think he is quite... He's very fast, so... And he is in the Haas, which is not a bad car. Certainly nowhere near as bad as the Williams, for example, so I wouldn't rule him out. So I'll go for T-Smith first, maybe Flying From second, and go for a surprise. Who should we go for? I would throw in a Williams. Actually, Aaron's lap's not bad in a Williams.
23-3. A second off pole time, but for a Williams, it's not too bad, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good lap. I mean, he might improve on that as well. I mean, there is only two three temps till fourth. So I mean, it's quite close in that area. So, but I can't imagine there's too much time left in that in Williams unless he did make a mistake. But it's, as I say, I think Aaron's logic tonight will just be finish the race and see where you come, because unless there's a lot of incidents, that car is really a lot slower than even the Alpha or the Haas, for example. It's a lot slower.
Yeah, for me, my top 3 in qualifying, I'm gonna go with onto the podium to take the pole. I feel like he can get some pace out of his car. He's in the Sauber. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he is.
Yanni's just on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with onto the podium to take the pole. In second, I'll go with Flying From, and third, I'll go with T. Smith.
Yeah. So at the moment we've got a McLaren top, and then the racing points in second and third. Goy's just about to complete another lap in... Oh! Goy's on pole at the moment. Provisional pole. That's a decent lap.
Yeah, just half a tenth quicker than Pagani there. So
T. Smith is on the mediums that lap.
Oh, so he has a lot of pace to unlock then.
Quicker than the pole time then. So about 7-8 temps, and that's a very good lap.
Indeed.
T. Smith is on his out lap, on the mediums.
So going out on the mediums again, he's going to be taking a lot out of those tires, but the mediums are going to be a lot better of a tire to start on than this off.
Got an extra set of mediums. I don't know if you do the hard.
Yeah, no, you can't. If you go for the harder option, then you get an extra set of hard tires and one less soft. you still only get one medium. So
So in the meantime, Co Andy's just done a 21.7, which is 5 tenths better than Goy Kart. So that is a very big margin. Also, there is still 6 minutes to go, but that is a big, big gap.
oh yeah, and that is quite a gap. Yeah,
So
I
flying
I didn't consider Co-Andy. I think I should have.
near that. Oh, flying! That's a very good lap. Flying from is 2.5 tenths up in the sector one.
I'm gonna go on board with him. This is near the end of sector 2 here. We'll see how much more he's up on his time. There is a car in front of him there that might hold him up. He's now almost 5 tenths up on his time. Still has the final sector to navigate.
He's got a little bit
Panda
faster.
gets out of the way.
And hopefully, yep, onto the loading, gets out of the way nicely. Missed the apex slightly there. Might have cost him a bit.
Yeah, I'd say with this lap he's probably on course to be, I'd say,
Third,
I
fourth?
mean it wouldn't be a bad shout to put him in. Oh, and he might have gotten validated there.
His
I'd
first
say.
sector wasn't great. I mean, he did miss the apex. I don't know if he's just thought he's not getting much time. He might just go into the pits quickly and then change tyres for the last run.
Yeah, he might have actually got invalidated in turn 12 or
Oh, after the
13.
straight, just with the
Yeah,
straight after the yeah, he did go a bit
very easy
wide,
to
but
do.
it's quite strict in Australia at certain parts of the track. That is one part where it is quite strict. Turn one is the same as well. Turn one you can easily invalidate in turn one if you just ride over the curb a bit too much. So
Yeah, so
in terms of strategy, most people are starting on the soft.
yeah, I think T Smith probably made his Does it say that he set his lap on softs for you, T Smith? Because he's
Oh, yeah, it
on
is on
mediums.
soft. Yeah, he's that's weird. So he set his last lap on softs, and now he's on mediums.
I don't know, maybe he's trying to keep his set of softs for the race.
I don't know. Usually he gets set, and I mean, most likely it's going to be a one stop.
Yeah, that is going to be the standard strategy.
Unless there's any incidents, obviously.
Yeah, I
Um,
think the normal strategy would be mediums to softs or softs to mediums. I don't think you need to touch the hards around here.
no, I wouldn't.
By the way, Oxy up in 8th in the Williams, 1.2
Yeah.
seconds off the pace. And
Oh,
Aaron, also in the Williams, he's 1.6. So, just shows how much of deficit the Williams gives you in terms of lap time.
yeah, because they were quite a few temps ahead of everyone else in the last race. So. And they were in Alpha's last race, I believe. So there's
Yeah, Aaron was in
definitely
Toro Rosso and Oxy was
Alpha.
Alpha.
Yeah.
We won't be able to say Alpha on the next game. We won't be able to say Alpha and everyone know we're talking about Alfa Romeo because Alpha Tauri. You have to say like the full name of both now. Well, next game
It's
at
fine.
least.
My team's racing point, and I still call them Force India. I probably like always
I
will, to
sometimes
be
do that
honest.
as well. I also sometimes call Alfa Romeo Sauber.
It's cause it's still pink. You still think, oh, it's Force India. If they change the colour of the car, I might like actually start calling them Racing Point. But at the moment, they're still Force India to me.
Yeah, that's the same with me. So
So everyone's coming out for
pretty
their
much
last lap.
everyone on their outlaps at the moment. I
Yep.
think Oxy's on an
Garnett
in lap at the
might
moment
just
though.
come out.
And then
And
Goikarp is one of the first to start his lap. Got a little bit of traffic ahead.
Anna needs to get a move on if he's coming out. Hey, yep, just to say that he's come out of the pit.
Yeah, it looks like Goi's backed off. He had started a lap, but it looks like he's backed off now. And his
A lot of
softs are
people
going to be
trying
very
to.
worn if he intends to improve on them.
Yeah. I expected Junkie Sport to be a bit higher. To be honest.
Who's the first one?
Okay, so lap wasn't it? He
Oh,
made a
so it
couple
looks like
mistakes.
Panda's going to be the first one to cross the line to start his lap properly. So into turn 1, down to 4th gear, seems to actually have taken that very well. Now coming into turn 3, it's quite tricky to get it completely right, and now into turn 4, this looks like a pretty good first sector. Coming up to finish it now, we'll see what he sets, and he's 2 tenths up on his time, so he could be challenging for pole here. He's only 5 tenths off, and he's not doing too badly for himself. And now I'm not sure what corner number that is, but yeah, he's coming up to finish sector 2 now, and he's 3 tenths up, so it doesn't look like he's gonna be up enough, and he's got up on the grass there, and that will certainly lose you some time. So he will probably put it in second, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to challenge Andy's lap.
Flying Froome could be on for a decent lap. I don't think he's going to be pole. He's ran wide again at the end of in the start of the third sector. So and a wide again there. He's struggling with the last
Oh,
sector.
and Panda doesn't improve either.
Flying Froome's going to improve, but his last sector wasn't great, so no less are going to put him fifth.
Yeah, and there's Jesper about to settle up just behind him. He does not improve either. Raver's Revenge is coming around. I'm gonna stay on board with Ravers. I'm not sure how much he's up in his time, but he's gonna cross the line now, and he doesn't improve either.
Pagani's backed out. He had a lot of traffic points on that lap. Onto the podium, he's backed out as well. Aaron's on a lap. He's quite a bit of traffic as well, but he's going to complete it. Don't know if it's going to improve much. No.
Yeah, pretty much no one improving at the end of this quali.
2/100ths off his previous best. Age of Panda didn't get a lap in at the end. He retired, so he's starting at the back of the grid. So is Junkie's going to Junkie's
I don't think the top 3 that we have right now was in either of our top 3 predictions in any order.
Yeah. Well,
so we got that wrong.
I predict the top 3 last week, so everything was going to go downhill from here. I think my 3 were 5th. What's the hit? 4th, 5th,
and Goy's gonna come in the pits, and then that'll end quali.
So everybody is starting on the softs. So there is no different strategy at the moment. Well, in the top 10, I say anyone from 11th to 16th could start on the mediums, but
yeah, so I may as well actually go through the top 10 now. It will probably time me out. So COE Andy is your pole sitter for today by 6 tenths over Goy Carp, and FTRL Panda puts it in 3rd. I didn't actually see who was in 4th, but at least I've got the top 3 done before I go into the thing.
Pagani was 5th, I think. Oh, Pagani was 4th,
yeah.
Sorry.
So Pagani is in 4th, 7 tenths off the pace, although no one really got to improve at the end. Yeah, probably could have been closer, but Pagani is in 4th. Flying Froome in 5th. We both expected him to be a lot higher, but didn't work out from today. Chicken Guy in 6th in the Renault. 7th is Jesper in the Racing Point, as is Raver's Revenge also in the Racing Point, down in 8th. 9th is Oxy in the Williams. 10th is the McLaren of Cat, T. Smith onto the podium, Runky Sport, Aaron, Niels, and I don't remember the last one. Even then, I still didn't get it done.
There's a big gap Coandi had. It's about 7 tenths, which is quite a lot, especially for Australia because it's not a particularly long track to be honest. So it's a big gap.
Okay, we can both be heard. I was just checking that. And now I also got the stream thing up too. So I can see the chat. So if you want to say anything or ask any questions or anything, you feel free.
Quite a few people seem to have forgotten that performance was on. It's not as bad as Joe last night because in the interviews Joe actually completely forgot. He was an admin, completely forgot that there was performance on tonight. Don't lie. Quite a few people forgot it was on.
Okay, so who would you predict for your top 3 in this race podium?
I can't see past Coandi. If he has got a 7 tenths gap in qualifying, then I can't see past him for the win, to be honest. I want to predict a Goy podium, so I'm going to predict Goy to be third, and I'll predict who to get second. I'll go for Jesper. So we'll go for Coandi, Jesper, and Goy.
You couldn't see past Andy. Honestly, I can't really see past Coandi either winning this race, so I'm gonna put him to win this race as well. In second, I'm gonna put onto the podium, and third, I'm gonna put I'll put T Smith in third. So Coandi onto the podium and T Smith. I'm gonna predict that they'll just kind of get through the field well and finish off the podium.
Medium. That might not be a bad shout. And Niels is the only one on mediums. So we've got 14 runners on softs and 2 runners on mediums. So just coming around to the lineup at the moment.
Oh, camera angles, love it.
So's mine actually. Just realised that. Shoot.
Oh jeez, none of them are good.
No,
oh no, none of them are good.
Oh, she's shocking.
Oh, there we go, it fixed. So, 5 red lights for round 1 at Australia, and it's lights out and away we go. It looks like Coandi has got a good enough start that it'll lead into turn 1. Goykarp is also in second there. He keeps second off the start, and now we are coming down to turn 3. It's Panda and Pagani are going side by side for third there. And Goy's up on the gravel. Goy's gonna lose loads of positions off that.
Panda. What's happened to Agent Panda? He's still going around the track. No, him. Oh,
yeah, I think Agent Panda's lagged out. That's unfortunate for him.
Spun on the exit of turn 1. I think he's spun on his own, so he's right at the back now. Other than that, very clean start. Not many.
Actually, Oxy, he started, I'm not sure exactly, but he's certainly made up some positions off the start. So
Goy's lost 8 places. Onto the podium's up 5.
Yeah, he went up on the gravel at the exit. Well, I mean at turn 3 really, and lost quite a lot. So that's unfortunate for him.
Both Williams are up 5. Sorry, Aaron's up 5 places and Oxy's up 3 places. So the Williams drivers are in 6th and 9th after one lap, which is
yeah,
not bad
and in these early stages, Coandi is, as we kind of predicted, he's already pulling away and starting to create a gap. He's already out of DRS range of Panda, and Panda's there closely followed by Pagani and Flying Frome, who's kind of in a little battle for second place, and then Chicken Guy's kind of lost a little bit of touch. He's still there though, and then Oxy's seems to be being hounded by onto the podium. And oh wow!
Oh, it's the fast. Is that at the end of the fast right hand on sector 1?
Yeah,
I think it is.
He must have just.
Oh, Agent Panda's had a moment as well around there. So that's very unfortunate, but it's a very easy place to go off though. Very easy, especially near the start of the race, because you get full fuel and it's quite an easy place to.
Yeah, he probably got up on the curb and just lost it. I think that's very unfortunate because he was looking at a win probably. But
Pagani's right on the back of Panda, which is now for the lead, so he's only 2 tenths behind. Obviously DRS isn't activated till the lap 3, but even still he's very close.
yeah, the top 3 separated by only a second, really. About a second. So
yeah,
very close between the top 3 at the moment. Flying Frome is quite close to Pagani at the moment though.
He got front wing damage. Can't actually see.
Yeah, it is an early stop. I'd say he did.
He must have. So in terms of places gained, Aaron's gained the most. He's up 7 places. And Niels is up 6 as well. Agent Panda's also in the pits. He's had quite a few spins. He's got a front wing change as well. Oxy's just coming out and he's on. Can't actually see it. He's on mediums. Jesper's on hard.
This yellow flags. Jesper's out. Looks like.
Can't see his car yet. I'm on.
Oh, whoops. That was an accident.
I've still not seen where Jesper's gone. Oh, Oxy! Oxy has just lost it at the exit of turn 4. I've just went on board with him. He's lost it at the same place where.
Yeah, he's right in the same place as Andy was. Like the crashes are probably pretty much the same. His car was right in the same place, exactly facing at the same angle.
It's just went on the curb a bit, and if you're on the curb too much in that corner, it throws you right into the right hand side of the barriers, and it's very, very easy to do. This race is wide open now.
Yeah, the top 3 still really close together, and it looks like Chicken Guy is closing back up a little bit. And there's yellow flags. That's Junkie Sport. Looks like.
Oh no, what's happened to Junkie Sport? I'm on board.
That was the exit of turn 12.
Oh, it is. I'm just seen it.
Yep, up on the left side, which is interesting.
Why would you done that?
I wouldn't have expected his car to be on the right, but.
Yeah. Oh, there's another yellow flag in sector 3. What's happened? Sector 4 and sector 3. Everyone seems to go on the track. Goy's on the back of Aaron. This could be an overtake for Goy here on Aaron. Just come down the end of sector 2. Don't make it down the inside of there. Dangerous place to overtake. He sits behind him. Waits for the DRS zone. Should get past him on this straight with DRS. Yep, he went to the inside. Yep, Goy's past Aaron. Good move.
Oh jeez, I was asleep there for a second, I don't know why. I mean, not literally asleep, I was just looking at the screen, not doing anything.
T Smith's on the mediums and he's into 6th, so that's like decent.
Yeah, the 2 guys I predicted for 2nd and 3rd up in 5th and 6th, so not looking too bad for me at the moment.
3 seconds already in lap 5, so I have to watch what he's doing for the rest of the race, and hopefully he doesn't get another penalty, because if the gaps are going to be similar at the end to what they are at the moment, then that can make a big difference in when he finishes.
And Aaron and Kat, it looks like they're fighting. They are fighting, and Kat has got past Aaron. in Sector 1 somewhere. I didn't actually see the overtake, but up into 8th, and now we can start chasing down Quicker.
I think Aaron's struggling with that Williams.
Yeah, now he's probably going to start getting under pressure from Niels now.
I don't think anybody would recommend the Williams. Terrible. Flying. Oh, never mind. Flying from. He was getting close to Pagani, but he just went on the gravel a little bit there.
Yeah, Chicken Guy's definitely closed up quite a bit now. With these top
Yeah,
three
he got
following in
past
dirty air, you would expect him to, so he could get brought into this fight for the lead and be 4 cars going for the lead then.
There's a bit of a gap between 4th and 5th developing between Chicken Guy and onto the podium at the moment.
Yeah, this is actually looking, and Junkie Sport has left, but
what's happened to that's the
at the exit of the final
corner.
corner. It is possible to do. I have seen it being done before. It is certainly a thing that can happen, but unfortunately,
yeah, especially if you've lost downforce. Oh, he just went off again.
He's definitely lost downforce up onto the grass.
That car is not going well. Is he lost? He's lost his left part of his wing.
Yeah.
That was red damage. He's lost.
Yeah, he's lost an end plate on the
left part of the wing.
Yeah, his front wing's completely gone, pretty much.
Williams is passing off about wing damage.
Forget about like simplified wings. He's got no wing.
I mean, you may as well. It's not got much downforce anyway, to be honest. So I think it make much difference. Pagani, we've found 7 temps now, the top 3.
Yeah, it's actually shaping up to be quite a nice race. Top 4 are separated at the moment by a little under 2.5 seconds. And then you also have onto the podium and T. Smith not too far behind either.
Might make a move into turn 1, sits behind them and waits for the DRS zone. Pagani's has got a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, Pagani's he's gone a little bit wide there as well. It'll give Flying From a run on him, excuse me. But he's not able to make anything of it.
Between the front 3 yet, because they've been so close together, but they seem to be maintaining position.
Yeah, and Chicken Guy's in the background as well. He is slowly closing on this little train for the lead. So 4 cars going for the win, and pit stops.
Into the take a guess. Where do you think he went off?
Yeah, that would be turn 6, I think.
Yes, again. So we've already lost 4 people to turn 6.
Yeah, Andy, Oxy, we saw Niels and.
So Niels is left, but his ghost car is still driving around the track at the moment. So Australia's proven to be quite a difficult track at the moment.
Yeah, I mean obviously there is quite a few corners that you can easily go off at, so it is kind of one of them tracks.
Oh, Flying From's got 6 seconds of penalties already. Only lap 8. I mean, it does happen more when you're battling people. It's much easier to get a penalty if you're battling people. It's much easier. So.
Oh, there was quite a slide from Chicken Guy. Almost lost it, but he just about kept the car on the track and he's able to continue. Very lucky there.
Cat's just come out the pits. He's on hard now, and Niels is. Is Niels back? I'm sure I saw him leaving the session.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, his car is still ghosted, so. Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, his car is still ghosted, so.
Pagani's right on the back of Panda. In the DRS, Pagani's making a move down the inside. Panda trying to hold it. Panda, good defensive driving, and Panda's still in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, he's a lot closer now. Nearly loses a bit of his front wing as Flying From comes into the pits there. Trying to get an undercut on both of these guys, which actually could prove to be quite a good strategy, because obviously we've seen these three follow each other for quite a while. Chicken Guy is also in trying to get an undercut, so the top four could be brought really close together after pit stops. It'll be interesting to see also how much of an undercut Chicken Guy can get on these two who are staying out the extra lap. If he can jump them both, that would be quite successful in his mind, I guess.
There's a battle for 10th between three drivers because there's a very big gap now from Neil's to River's Revenge. There's like two separate races kind of going on now at the moment. There's that big a gap now.
Yeah, it looks like Aaron's... Oh no. Yeah, Aaron's just...
Panda's get no wing. Not banned. Oh.
Not recommended.
Yes. I don't know where he's went off.
Be expecting these guys to come in now. Both of them... No, actually. Pagani stays out another lap. So he's maybe looking for an overcut, and now we'll have to be really watching Flying From and Chicken Guy now to see how much of an undercut they've been able to make there. Both on hards.
Turn one, went onto the podium, and he gets it done just before the entry to the corner. So T Smith on mediums is up into second, and he's 6.6 seconds off Pagani, and Pagani's due to come into the pits any lap now.
Here comes Panda out of the pits, and Flying From has jumped him. So Flying From's now up into a net P2, and Chicken Guy has closed up as well. So the undercut hasn't worked too badly for him.
Where's River's Revenge? Where is he?
He's at the exit of turn 12. Another casualty.
So anybody that finishes the race now gets a point.
Yeah, they're dropping like flies right now.
It's an easy track if you get it. If you get it right, you get into a rhythm. But it's an easy track as well. If you go on the curbs on this track, it can throw you off, particularly at turn 12 and turn 6. It's the only two areas that you kind of need to watch out for. But if you get them wrong, then there's no saving it, to be honest.
Yeah, now in comes Pagani. He may be putting on mediums now, because everyone else who's came in before him have put on hards. Yeah, on go the mediums, so this could be a strategy that wins in the race, because he'll be on the quicker tire for the end of the race. Hards versus mediums are probably about 4 to 6 tenths in the difference. He comes out behind the two guys that he was fighting. He comes out ahead of Chicken Guy, but Chicken Guy right behind him now. So
onto the podium pitted at the same time. He went onto hard. So I don't know. Pagani obviously feels like he can get to the end on them, but I mean, I'm sure they can get to the end. But how much of the tires left by that point?
Yeah, I think they can. It's only 19 laps. It should go pretty comfortably. I'm not really sure why onto the podium picked hards when mediums are so much quicker. I mean, he's gonna be...
Guy, turn 6, he's just lost most of his left end plate.
As
at turn 6
Andy
as well.
leaves the session. But he was already out, so... Yeah, he'll have to pit. He probably was a red...
He was doing well as well, Guy. Got back into the race after his getting into lap 1 and lap 2. A shame.
Yeah, so the top 4 now, well, the net top 4 are very close together now. And, yeah, obviously Pagani is on those mediums. He's going to stroll up to these guys and pass them very, very easily, honestly. I don't see him not getting the lead in the next few laps, or the net lead at least. Depends on when T. Smith pits. He's probably going to pit around lap 16, I think. It's very close. Is Pagani to Panda. Not able to make a move though. He's really closing up. He's going to be getting held up now. This is not what he wants. He's going to be wanting to get past as soon as possible. And he may well get him before turn 12 with a little bit of slipstream and a better exit. We'll see now though. Now approaching turn 12, he doesn't look close enough, but if he can get a good exit, Panda doesn't look to be so good. He has certainly got a better exit, but it's not enough for him to be able to go side by side at this occasion. So we'll have to stay close to him in these final few corners and try and pass him on the straight. He's gone a little bit deep there and given him a bad exit onto the final corner, so it's affected him slightly pretty much up to the first turn. And now Panda is closing on Flying From. Flying From is on one lap older tyres as well.
You just hit the fastest lap checking guys, so they're all closing in P2.
Yeah, T. Smith 10 seconds ahead of these guys. He's probably going to be out for another few laps.
Yeah.
But he will be on the quicker tyre. He should, around lap 16, he should go on to the softs and bring them to the end.
He'll come out probably in 5th. Or be 5th at that point. So we should have a gap to onto the podium, unless onto the podium can close in a bit. And then he's got a free track to top 4.
Yeah, so honestly, you can't really say with a decent amount of certainty of who would win this race, because obviously we have Pagani getting held up by Panda and Flying From, obviously 38 not helping there. We have Chicken Guy in the background as well, a tiny bit off, but he's very much there. And we also have the concept of T. Smith being on the quicker tyre right at the end to close up to these guys as well, and they will be holding each other up, so T. Smith's strategy may work out very well for him.
Turn 1, yeah,
he is going down the inside, and he gets it up into the net P1, and now it's actually going to allow Pagani to get close to these guys. He's going to be looking for any way around. He's going to maybe go around the outside of Flying From. He keeps it on the outside, and then he's going to go back down the inside, and it should be a done deal move. And he's up into a net P2. Very nice battling there. Got very close, and none of them came off with any wing damage, so nice and clean there. Great to watch. Love to see
Second guy's closed up in that, so he's only 5/10 behind now.
Yeah, and all these guys are fighting for the lead as well. 4 cars going for the lead right now. It's amazing to see. Not something you usually see in a league race.
We might have 5 if T. Smith can catch up at the end. In terms of penalties though, Pagani's get 6 seconds, and so is Froome, and Panda's get none, as far as I know. So that's going to make a big difference at the moment. Especially because almost half of the race left, so there's still a lot of time that you can make mistakes and get more penalties. So at the moment, Panda's in the best position, definitely, because you get no penalties and he's obviously in the lead of Pagani.
Pagani then on the mediums, he is closing on Panda, and I would expect a move in the next lap or two probably. Of course the hard runners will be on the, in theory, better tyres right at the end, and Pagani pulling away won't be the easiest of tasks as well, because the guys behind will be benefiting from slipstream. But for now, he is the quicker driver out of the four. And he is closing on Panda. He has Slipstream coming up to turn 12. And if he gets a good exit with a little bit of DRS, he might be able to challenge into, that would be turn 15, I think. Not close enough though.
He's overtook Niels. Chicken Guy's right on the back. Into the final sector. Still very, very close to them.
Yeah, Chicken Guy might be going for a move on Flying From, and Pagani might be going for a move on Panda.
Pagani's not going to make it at the end of this straight, maybe the end of the other straight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit too far back.
I'm not sure he's going to be. No.
Yeah, this proving to be quite a hard track to overtake at.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that actually. What DRS might have been a little bit more.
Oh, I mean,
at least
it's more realistic to real life on how hard it is to overtake.
Pagani for the next straight. Pagani looks a lot quicker at the moment on those mediums. And he needs to get past at the end because at the end the mediums are going to be in a worse state than the hards. So, oh, it's wet. He's
got right up on the curb there.
Nearly lost it.
And that probably cost him from being able to challenge Panda there. And he'll have to stick behind for another few corners, but he is certainly faster at this point in the race. And also expect T. Smith to be coming in now. He's done...
He's losing a lot of time.
He has done now 16 laps on the stars. He's 4 seconds in the lead only though.
He's lost about 5 seconds in the last 3 or 4 laps. So he's losing time quite quickly now, so he needs to come in very fast. This is the point though where you would expect him to come in.
Yes.
Soft can easily go 12 laps, easily. Goy's getting a 3-second penalty, but that's going to make a difference. A very, very large gap there. I think Goy's had to pit 2 or 3 times now, which is why there's such a big gap there. Because Goy was actually in a good position. He was very quick, but he's just got onto the exit after turn 6, which many people have done. Cat's on the back of on the podium, and might make a move. No, he's going to sit behind him, I think. Yeah.
Yep. He is on soft tyres. Those... Wait, are they?
Not hard.
Yeah, no, they're hards, but I have a glitch where they show as softs on his car, so...
Always went very wide.
Cat on slightly older tyres compared to on the podium as well, so he, in theory, would be falling back.
Why
T. Smith stays out once again.
I'm confused. He's losing a lot of time. I mean, he's lost 2 seconds in that last lap.
Yeah, he could be costing himself the win.
Yeah.
Like, pit, like, you can go to the end on softs.
Yeah. If he pitted 2 laps ago, a lap or 2 ago, he would have come out maybe in 5th. He might have got jumped onto the podium, but he's definitely going to get jumped onto the podium and Cat. He's going to be about 3 or 4 seconds behind them now.
Yeah, interesting strategy call from him. Of course, he'll have more. He'll have quicker tires at the end, more grippy tires at the end. But like, how much more grippy do you want your tires at the end when you're gonna lose a lot more track position on the track that's proving to be quite hard to overtake?
A lot of people seem to be cutting that corner about turn 12, turn 13, at the last corner before the straight. It's probably the easiest corner to cut on this track. T. Smith is run very wide. Is he going to come into the pits? Yeah.
And he finally pits. but he's gonna come out most likely in 7th place, so.
Yeah, definitely come out with some.
So now the fight for the lead is actually the fight for the lead. 4 cars going for it at the moment. Panda and Pagani seem to have pulled a small gap to Flying From and Chicken Guy.
Yeah, onto the podium and Carter. Well past now.
Yeah, so he comes out on the soft tyre.
About 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah, if he didn't have to, pass Cat and onto the podium, it could be a strategy that might work, but he does, and like overtaking on this track is not easy. So I don't think he's going to be able to get back the deficit that he's given himself by pitting so much later.
So Bacani's still get 6 seconds of penalties. Chicken Guy's just get his first penalty as well now. So still, as far as I'm aware, the only person that's Bacani's got another one. So Bacani's on to 9 seconds now. Panda, as far as I'm aware, is still on nothing. I'm just gonna double check that now. Yeah. Panda's only get 1 corner cut and 1 exceeding track on it. Panda's in a much better position. Oh, yellow flag. Oh, it's Chicken Guy. He's round the,
oh, that's unfortunate for him. That's quite unfortunate. I mean, he was in the top 4 going for potentially, potentially the win, and now he's got
lost his front
pretty much, he's lost his, the front left part of his wing. I'm not sure how much, but looks like enough that he has to pit. Now 3 wide into turn 3.
Yeah.
Cat being a little bit opportunistic of Chicken Guy being in the way and trying to use it to get past onto the podium, but not able to do it. Now he's going to go around the outside of him, and he's not enough side by side to be able to make a move, but he's all over him now, and Chicken Guy, I'm sure, did play quite a factor in this, but now we've got a really close fight for 4th place. Going on board with him. I would expect him to be going for a move after turn 12 and 13.
On his exit. There you go. He's lost a few times there and don't think he's close enough.
Yeah, he has. Going back to the fight for the lead, there is a lapped car, although it has ghosted, so that's good. I think that's part of the new update. I'm not sure if this league actually does ghosting on or not, but if they do, then the update obviously is
they always ghost at the lead. It's only when, actually, unless it is a lap car, if it's...
No, before the update, if you had ghosting on, lapped cars wouldn't ghost. If you have ghosting on now, they will.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, it's Neil's, so go past him at the moment. Chicken Guy's in the pits, he's changing his front wing after finding the start finish straight. Oh, onto the podium's off. He just went off at the end of the straight at the first sector.
Doesn't look like he got any damage, did he?
No. I don't know if Cat tried to make a move and there was a bit of an incident there, because I was checking something else at that point. So I don't know if they had a coming together at the straight.
Yeah, a little point to bring up, by the way, T. Smith still hasn't passed onto the podium, and Cat, he's still 22 seconds behind the lead. There's no way he's going to be able to bring back that deficit. He should have put earlier, but he didn't, and now he's kind of put himself in this position.
Pagani has got 9 seconds of penalty, so whereas Chicken Guy's got 3 seconds. Not Chicken Guy, T. Smith, I don't think he's got any, or he might only have 1. So if he gets around 6 seconds at the moment, he overtakes Pagani as well.
Cat had got passed onto the podium after a spin, but it looks like Cat might have problems now.
T. Smith,
because they've caught back up to him. T. Smith and onto the podium are already pretty much back behind Cat. So Cat may have made a mistake.
He has lost a bit of
He
time.
has, yeah,
Oh,
he
Smith.
does have a little bit
Oh,
of wing damage.
Smith have run very wide and onto the podiums to get past.
Yeah,
Joy's back in the pit.
the best that T Smith can hope for is fourth now.
Joy's lost his. Has he not? No, he hasn't lost his front line. I think he said enough of the hards, to be honest.
And
He may as well
Flying
put on the
Throne
soft.
gets another 3 seconds worth of penalties there.
Cats, I think Cats just let. Yeah, Cats just let onto the podium go past him. I think Cat must have had a collision with onto the podium, and he's fair play to him. He's just let him pass him. Yeah.
Actually, that might have been why onto the podium went round, maybe.
Yeah. I
Might
think they
have
had a
been an
couple
incident
of
between them, and then that
T
gave
Smith
Cat.
is. Oh, don't. T Smith tried to go down the inside at. Oh, it must be turn 14, turn 13, turn 14. But the bit. It's a hard place to go down the inside that, and Cat held it round the outside.
Yeah,
T-Smith
T Smith's
very
really closing now. He had a look down the inside, but not able to make anything of it. Now on the exit,
so
he's
fast
got
and straight
so
line.
much more grip
Oh,
compared
he's
to
the
Cat.
touch.
Cat, jeez.
Oh no! Oh,
And
oh.
there's contact,
Um.
and Cat's up onto the gravel.
Oh no!
They're both up onto the gravel.
Side pod glitch. I think they got stuck together there on the side pods.
Hmm.
That was
Yeah,
a strange.
I think that's a little bit both of their fault, because on the straight, Cat
Yeah.
shouldn't have turned in so much. Should have given T Smith a bit more room,
Oh,
and maybe T Smith shouldn't have gone for the dive, but he
they're
would
both
have
down,
been able to go down the inside
and
had he.
both happened there. T Smith just kind of forced
Yeah,
Cat off the track a bit there. Um, he's kind of weaving down the straight. I don't think he's very happy.
yeah. I mean, on one hand, Cat didn't really give him that much
Oh,
room on the
Cat nearly
straight.
lost it.
On the other hand, T Smith maybe shouldn't have went for the move, but then
Yeah.
if you had a third hand, T Smith would have been next to him if Cat didn't move over. So it's
Yeah.
kind of
Race.
um,
That's what happens. Oh, T Smith
yeah.
just lost it there a bit. Kept it on the track though. While we've been talking about that, Pagani's lost quite a bit of time to Panda.
Yeah, it looks like Panda's going to win this race. How much penalties did Flying From have? And Pagani?
6 seconds. Pagani's got about 9 seconds or 12 seconds. I think. I'll double check that. Okay, so Pagani has. Oh god, they both get quite a bit. They both get 9 seconds.
Oh, so there is a legitimate fight for second. And then Panda pulling away also has no penalties. So it looks like Panda's gonna take the win.
He's got no penalties as far as I'm aware, Panda. Which is very impressive in Australia, because it's a very easy track to cut corners at.
Yeah, that's true. I'd be saying this is probably how it's gonna end for the top three. Flying From is very close to Pagani, but
Never
we've
say
seen
that.
how hard it is to overtake though.
Never say you don't think it's going to change. As we saw in USA and FD last year, nothing's decided until the very last corner.
That's true.
Cat's in the pits. He's went onto the soft. He's had front wing damage.
Yeah, he might be going for fastest lap as well. He may
Yeah.
as well, to be honest, in this position.
Yep. They've all at 7th, 8th, and 9th have big gaps kind of between them. So that's what Goy
Little
did.
thought, if I was Panda, having no penalties compared to Pagani and From both having 9, if he pit like right now on lap 25 for softs, and then
Mhm.
came out, he'd only have to catch, I think, like 2
7
seconds per lap by the
Yeah.
end, and then I think he'd still win. But
Yeah.
in that scenario, he'd also get fastest lap as well. I mean, honestly, I don't think that he would ever really think of doing it because he's in the lead and he's not going to give up the lead to try and go for fastest lap and risk
Yeah.
losing it. But if he did do it, it wouldn't be out of the question that he'd catch back up.
I did think Pagani might struggle at the end of the race on those mediums, and I think that might be coming to fruition because flying from is right on the back of him and has been for the last lap or two. So we'll see if Pagani's tyres are still holding up at the end of this race, or if the hards were a better option.
Hmm. And from, as you say about the mediums dropping off, From is right behind him now, and he will. Well, I'm not going to say will because every time I say they will be, they end up not being able to challenge.
Might
But
make a move. He's just a
a
bit far.
little bit too far back, and
This is going to have to be a very good defensive 3 laps from Pagani here to keep that position, I think.
yeah, Panda seems to have bolted in the last few laps. He's
Yeah,
now nearly
he's got a
4
lot of
seconds ahead of
pace.
these two.
He's got a lot of pace in that car.
Now Flying From still closing up. If he gets a better exit out of turn 2, and it doesn't look like he's been able to do that, he's gone a little bit wide, and that'll compromise his exit all the way down to turn 3, and he's not been able to make the move to steal that P2 off Pagani. As 3 laps left to do it. Time is certainly running out, so maybe it might get a little bit desperate. We might see some controversial moves, maybe. Never know.
Onto the podium has went from 12th to 4th. So
Yeah, it's
that's a
been a
good.
very good drive from him. Um, who would you... Looking at it right now, I know the race hasn't finished, but who would you be looking at for driver today?
It's a difficult one. For not having any penalties and at the moment in the lead, Panda is doing a very good job in front. The fact that everyone else has got 9 seconds worth of penalties and he's got none is very impressive. So either Panda or
Ooh,
onto the podium.
Flying From gets very close to Pagani there and loses quite a
Yeah,
bit
I
of
noticed
time.
that. Onto the podium as well for being 12th to 4th, or Aaron just for finishing the race in a Williams. That's quite impressive, to be honest. Yeah, but probably Panda or onto the podium at the moment.
Yeah, I'd be looking at the same. We may have cursed both of them and they might both not crash, but
Well, Pagani's managing to hold off, but at the moment, anything if they get another penalty or any one of them has anything different than 9 seconds, then it can make a massive difference. Pagani looks like he's really struggling at the moment on those mediums. I think they're kind of falling off the cliff. Oh, he's just been in the back of him. Oh.
did he get any wing damage there? I saw it.
No, I don't
Oh,
think so. I think he
and
was just
Flying
kind of
From weaving
surprised.
a little bit, maybe saying that's not. I don't know.
I
I
think he just
mean,
kind of... Pagani's
Flying
going to
From
brake early
was.
because his tyres are...
Yeah, Flying From was behind, so it wasn't anything Pagani did. Pagani wasn't at fault if he was driver in front. They weren't
Yeah,
side by
he's been
side,
down the
but.
inside.
And they're still
Pagani's trying
side
to
by
hold
side
it.
in the exit. And it looks like, yeah, Flying From's made that move up into second place. Pagani has a look down the inside, but he's
Might
not
try
able
it
to do it.
straight.
And Flying From now up to second, and he'll
Oh, he's
probably
lost
start
it.
pulling away.
Pagani just lost it on the exit a bit there. Those mediums have died. If he pitted a lap later, it might have been alright, but it might just been a little touch too far forward. But it's still not over. It depends penalty wise. I mean, I think they both get 9 seconds, but I could have missed one. There was a lot of warnings, so we'll have to wait and see. Apart from that, everyone else is very spread out at the moment. On the final lap. So there's a 2 second gap from second to third. So if there is an extra penalty, then Pagani needs to hold from within 3 seconds.
Yeah, Pagani's really dropped off after getting past. Actually, we're on the last lap right now. I've just realised. Panda coming around the final corner. As long as he doesn't lose the back end or anything, he looks very happy with that win, weaving to show how happy he is, and he takes the win at round 1 in Formula Performance. Flying From comes home in second, was Pagani in third. Onto the podium a little bit further back. He's had quite a nice drive, has to be said, coming from 12th and finishing 4th.
Yeah, definitely. T-Smith's strategy hasn't really worked out as he probably
hasn't really. He could have been fighting for the win if he pit earlier, or been at least closer to it. He could have maybe got a podium if he pitted earlier because of Pagani's and From's penalties, but
Adam might be quite happy with 2 points, to be honest, from Williams.
Yeah, that is true.
Finish. So,
Cat now coming home in 7th, he's probably gonna have something to say to the stewards after this race. There did look like there were a few incidents between onto the podium and Cat.
Was it not T. Smith and Cat?
Oh, it was T. Smith. Never mind. I mean, I think onto the podium and Cat did have
a
tussle, but I don't think it was anyone's fault.
No, then Cat let him pass. So yeah, I think that was absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with that. I don't know what happened really between T. Smith and Cat, to be honest. So we need to wait and see. But that's racing. Things like that happen.
Yeah. So for round 1 of Formula Performance, it's it's interesting. Yeah. And yeah, I keep getting communicating with online services.
Yeah, so do I. I got it for the entire race. Don't
know.
Might just be a dodgy connection. So in terms of penalties, onto the podium, and Panda got no penalties. And the rest of the grid got at least 3 seconds penalties.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go through the order really quickly. It's Panda who takes the win in Formula Performance for round 1. A very nice win. One of the only ones to not get any penalties. Flying From comes home in second, with Pagani right behind him. Pagani's strategy not really working out for him in the end. Onto the podium in 4th, very nice drive from 12th. T. Smith in 5th, strategy not really working out from Chicken Guy in 6th, Cat in 7th, Goodcarp 8th, Aaron Taylor 9th, Neil's 10th, and everyone else DNF'd. I got it. I count that as a win.
Right. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I got Panda. And Wait, how does Flying From spell his name? Okay.
Oh. Name wrong the entire race? I don't even know.
Okay. So I'm just gonna wait for them to join up and then we'll get on with the interviews.
Cool. Help me every
Okay,
time I
that's
just
fine.
sort of...
So now we're just waiting on the race winner to join.
I'll just drop him a message, see what's happening. Oh, he reckons his PSN just died, so...
That's not handy.
Will he be coming back, do you think? Or
I'll suggest him again, because he said try another invite, so...
okay.
And after the race finished.
Yeah, that would have been. To close a race, definitely.
Yeah, while we're waiting, I guess we'll go from third to first. So obviously the whole race, pretty much you were in the fight for the win. Little train of 4 guys going for the win. Obviously you did a different strategy compared to the other 3 that were around you. You opted for mediums instead of hards. Did you think that that was a better strategy, or were you a bit worried that maybe the guys around you on hards were gonna be quicker than you at the end?
I'm not gonna lie, I started doing the update for F1 and it said it was going to take 3 hours, so I haven't really practiced, so I just sort of turned up and hoped. So I didn't really have a clear on strategy. Jeff said go medium, so when I came out everyone was on the hards. I thought, this isn't going to end well. But, I mean, I had pace, just couldn't get past Panda. He's just phenomenal off that last corner. Every time he got a perfect exit and pulled 3/10. But, hey, Danny had thrown behind me. Oh, fantastic, Mr. Oh, I'm quite slow now.
Slower.
Well,
Yeah.
I enjoyed the race, to be honest, so it was a good laugh.
So the next race is Brazil. How do you think you're gonna go around there? Of course, the car you're in could affect that, but how does your pace around Brazil?
It's probably a good thing I'm going to get a bad car, because I absolutely detest Brazil. So, being a bad car, I'll try and get a point. But, oh wow, Panda's finally joined us. He's kicked his internet.
Yeah, Blake, it's fine.
Yeah, so congratulations on your P3 and good luck for next week at Brazil.
Cheers, man.
You can take the second interview, Zach.
Okay.
With
By the way,
Flying
is it Froome or From?
Well, it's supposed to be Froome, but I don't think
Oh.
nobody's ever got that right, so just call me Froome.
I might have
Everybody
called
says
you
it wrong.
during the stream, to be honest.
I just meant to mash it, it's fine.
you look like you had quite a lot of pace in that race. You were very, very close most of the race. So, did you think you could have won that race?
No, not really. I felt okay on soft tyres, and as soon as I've not really like Pagani, I didn't get any practice really. I did a couple of time trial laps, and I felt a bit clumsy to be honest. I felt like I was losing rear a lot, especially trying to attack Pagani towards end out. I couldn't get near him out of turn one, so I'm kind of just happy to finish second, and then I ran into the back of him. So yeah,
Yeah, we got that.
all in all, it were a bit clumsy really. I nearly binned it a few times, but. Yeah, I don't think I had that much pace on the hard, especially compared to Panda. So I figured I might get Pagani towards the end just because he were on mediums, but I think he let me through to be honest. So, but I'll call it a superb overtake. But yeah, I think he pretty much let me through. But,
80% tyre where I finished with, so I was sort of nursing it.
yeah, I mean mine wasn't great, but. Yeah, I could see you were really struggling, so I was just biding my time. But yeah, pretty happy with P2. I don't think I could have won it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. So we had quite a few issues with turn 6. In particular, I think we lost 4 or 5 drivers at turn 6. And you said you had a couple of moments where it's a bit dodgy. Was turn 6 one of them that you struggled with?
Which one's turn 6?
Turn
That's
6 is
the
fast
fast
right-hander.
right-hander in sector one at the
you
end.
know, to be honest, I struggled quite a lot on the hard. I will lose rear all over the place. Yeah, I did struggle in that fast right-hander. Oddly enough, the only place the car felt really good was through the, is it 11 and 12? The really fast
Yeah,
straight.
right.
yeah, that's
So
it.
I was fine through there, but then, yeah, other places, it just felt like it wanted to snap. But I think I was getting a bit gun-ho on the throttle. I was getting a bit giddy. So, but yeah, we're alright. That car's a bit of a boat anyway, so I think it's supposed to feel like that.
At least you weren't in Williams.
Well, yeah, true.
So Brazil is in the next track. How are you around Brazil?
Yeah, I think I've had good results there in past. It's quite a decent track, so depends which car you're in, I suppose. I wouldn't mind a Williams around there, to be honest. But yeah.
You've said it now.
More points.
Yeah, I know.
I was mid-sentence then, and I thought, what are you saying? Shut up! I'd love a Force India. That's not bad in a straight line.
Yeah, a racing point would be quite good.
Yeah, I'll be calling
so-
it Force India for at least another year.
Believe it or not, we actually had that discussion during the stream
Yeah.
that I was still calling it Force India, and I think that might be the first time I might have ever called it Racing Point. So I'm going to call that a success. Anyway, congratulations for you, Peter.
Cheers.
Yeah, so coming on to the race winner, Panda. Your race overall seemed to be pretty good. You had no penalties. Did you even have a warning?
I had 2 warnings, yeah.
Oh, 2 warnings. Yes, one of the only ones not to get a penalty. You seemed in control of the race at the end. You also, I think, you were running, I think, 3rd at the start, weren't you? And you went for the undercut?
Yeah, I was 3rd.
Yeah, did you go
think,
for an undercut? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think Throne pitted a lap
Yeah,
earlier with Chicken.
That was
okay.
me, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyway, your race seems pretty good. You were at the end controlling it out in front, and by the end you ended up winning by about 4 seconds. So how was the race for you? Of course you were in battle with the top 4 really going for the win most of the race.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a good race. I've not had a lot of luck at Australia in the past. I tend to bin it like every single time, so it's a nice change. But yeah, I mean, obviously at the start we had Goy, I think, just got broke too late, ended up on the grass, and then Andy then span it, so I had to avoid it, so it sort of just fell into place, and then ended up when, because obviously Pagani was in the party, he kept telling me how many penalties he was getting, so I thought, if I just don't crash and don't get any penalties, I should be okay.
Yeah, and obviously it ended up working out for you. Brazil is the next track. Do you think you can be as competitive around there, or do you think you might be a little bit more off the pace compared to Australia?
Well, Brazil's usually on one of my strongest tracks. However, I will be in the Williams. So, judging by how quiet Aaron was when he was in the Williams this track, I'm not too confident in that car, but
Oh, have I lost? I saw that my Wi-Fi went.
I know.
Yeah, Will's dead.
I'm afraid we've lost a panda.
Oh, do we have you, Panda?
Must have.
Oh, at least this happened after the race.
Oh, he's gone.
And there goes
He's
his
gone.
Wi-Fi. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess we'll end the stream off there. That has been round 1 for Formula Performance Season 4 here at Australia. It has been quite a nice race to commentate over alongside Zach. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week at Brazil. And congratulations, of course, to the top 3 drivers. And also to onto the podium as well. He also had a quite nice race there. So I'd congratulate him as well on his P4 coming from P12. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Goodbye.